everybody. I think it's important for doctors to get in touch with their souls. And so today I'm going to be talking about the left brain and the right brain and the heart, and how these three parts of our body should be working in unison, particularly when we're communicating with others. Also, it's for everybody, this. Prompted by watching the live stream of the Commission of Inquiry into the handling of COVID here in New Zealand, and this reminded me of just how important good communication skills are. And I was proud and pleased with the presentations for the more holistically focused doctors and presenters. But I contrasted this with the presentation from a senior academic scientist who had a primarily mechanistic view of the body, a primarily left brain model. So fact scientific papers, etc., mostly processed through our left brains, requiring focus but not so much context or lateral thinking. And for me this has been a challenge, as I have a very strange mixed laterality. As you know, the left brain is represented in the right side of the body and vice versa. So I write with my left hand and I throw a ball with my left hand too, but I play tennis right-handedly and kick a ball better with my right foot. I use knife and scissors and wield a scalpel with my right hand, but I play darts and acupuncture with my left, so go figure. So although the left brain, right brain differences have been oversimplified, it does seem we have to balance the instruction following linear tick box focus of our left brains with a more contextual, holistic and creative functions and connections of our right brains. Pattern recognition, for instance. Pattern recognition, very important in Chinese medicine. In short, ideally we need to use our brains as a whole for the best and most intelligent responses. And for those of you who have been aware of the heart math studies, an even more balanced and compassionate approach involves heart coherence, a heart-focused connection with someone else, and nature as a whole. So ideally, a GP interaction should involve left and right brain and come from the heart. That's ideally, that is. In my writing and my books, I explain this whole brain connection also sets the scene for intuition and spontaneous ideas, those aha moments. The focus we have with our computer screens is predominantly left-brained, linear and factual. Great when we are searching for statistics and drug doses, great when we are following instructions, but maybe not the level of heightened human intelligence we can achieve using our whole brains and hearts in unison. So a good doctor, I would argue, has to know his onions with his left brain, anatomy, prescribing, protocols, etc. All essential, we'd all agree. But to adapt this factual knowledge to the person sitting beside them, mind and body needs to be applied. And I would argue too that humility, compassion, at times appropriate humour is important too. And experience is vital. Many thousands of these interactions literally stay with the doctor, enhancing their knowledge base and their innate intuition, and thereby enhancing the doctor's soul, keeping her or him healthy in mind and body and spirit. So we're talking here about real human intelligence, not artificial intelligence. Now sure, AI can lend a hand to our left brains, but cannot replace hard-won experience or be truly compassionate, no matter how hard it may try to convince us that it can. The doctors who successfully place their patients in true context, with full regard to their individuality and their environment, are those who give the best service. Often they have other skills, maybe woodwork, painting, music, even poetry. They balance their brain with their hearts. They tend to be more philosophical. They're often polymaths, and polymaths are less easy to control with protocols. They're more likely to think outside the box. But for those, the majority, I suspect, who are predominantly left-brained, poor things, there are solutions, of course. although it may be a struggle. Try your hand at art, maybe meditate, do yoga, tai chi, an improv comedy course, juggle, tap dance, maybe laugh more, maybe just laugh a bit more. Open up those connections. Maybe, just maybe, the selection of doctors should not be so focused on their left brain skills, but should favour those who have a grasp and an interest in the humanities. So getting back to my thesis, how do I help doctors regain and realign with their souls? Well, get creative. Learn and be intrigued by the patterns of illness from those coming to see you, not just what comes to you from your computer screens. And a question: have doctors been led down the path of promoting gene technologies, leading to a full acceptance of a transhuman agenda? Or are we actually going to become a human voice of reason? This is something I'll talk about in the next video, but meanwhile, my message to doctors is simply to remain human in all your interactions. Thank you for listening. See you later. Bye.